everyone, today we'll be taking a closer look at Stellar Blade, a highly anticipated title from South Korean developer Shift Up. This game has continued to garner a lot of attention thanks to its main protagonist Eve's massive sex appeal. While a lot of people and myself have taken notice, the game does have a lot more depth and substance beyond that. In short, it has the visual aesthetics of Bayonetta and Nier, while it plays more like a mix between Devil May Cry and Lies of P than it does Sekiro, as I've seen numerous comparisons too. To me, this is a day one cop after playing the demo, and I hope to see more games follow suit with offering one. This game promises to blend action, adventure, and a deeply engaging narrative into a seamless experience, and from the demo thus far, it holds up. Join me today as we dive into everything from its story, gameplay mechanics, to musical score to find out as I share with you my thoughts. Does this game check off all the right boxes? This will be Shift Up's first entry into the console market from working on mobile games previously, Goddess of Nikke. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world. It's an action-adventure game that combines stunning, and I mean stunning, visuals with a rich narrative. Stellar Blade transports us to Earth, now a desolate battlefield after an alien invasion by Natiba. Humanity's last remnant have fled to space. Living in a small colony, we follow Eve, a member of an expedition team, as she embarks on a perilous mission to reclaim our planet. The game director Kim Young-tae shared in a Famitsu article that Stellar Blade draws inspiration from titles like Nier Automata, God of War, Bayonetta, Sekiro, and even Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is very apparent in the world's level design and aesthetic. Even the soundtrack is worked on Kenichi Okabe, who, for those who don't know, also worked on Nier's soundtrack. So you know that soundtrack is going to be amazing. Not to get off track though, exploration is a key aspect of Stellar Blade in this story-driven action-adventure game. From what I experienced in the demo, the world will be semi-open as players navigate through a beautifully devastated Earth. There are chests to loot that may sometimes require a password or code in order to unlock, to encountering camps that serve as rest point and strategic hubs. At these camps, you'll be able to purchase different consumables at the vending machine kiosks, to upgrading your abilities. Here you'll be able to preview them before purchasing, which is a really nice feature. How many times in other games I've personally regretted using a skill point on an ability only to feel let down or because it wasn't what I thought it was. Meanwhile, the supply camps will have a payphone there that acts as a fast travel point between the different areas. This is where you'll be able to use the repair console to enhance weapons, upgrade your exospine, and tumbler count. Similar to other games, these camps are essential for planning your journey across this treacherous world and dealing with the various creatures you encounter. I love the enemy variety so far I've seen in this game, from an octopus-like monster to an enemy with a shield-like arm to your common trash mobs to kill. Kim expressed he wanted to introduce unique elements such as an array of outfits, each with specific perks, enhancing Eve's abilities. There's a skill tree that further enhances gameplay, offering combat efficiency and survival skills, ensuring a tailored gameplay experience. This offers a wide array from additional new beta moves to countering an enemy's attack to being able to assassinate an enemy by surprise. You'll be glad to know that this game offers over 30 different outfits, each offering unique perks that players can customize Eve to fit their playstyle, or you can completely remove it for a more immersive experience and added challenge. I found the suit, y'all, so this is what you do. Just take her clothes off. In the settings when you first boot up the game, and I'd imagine the same in the full game, there's an option for you to set Eve's ponytail to either long or short too, if you care about that sort of thing. I was surprised to see it as an option in the in-game menu. As you explore, you'll want to destroy wooden crates you may see laying around, or loot the chests too, as they may contain valuable crafting materials you'll need in order to upgrade Eve's weapons, craft exospine, and among other things. So far from what I've experienced, Stellar Blade is a testament to the evolution of combat we've seen in action games. It offers a blend of melee and range attacks, emphasizing player skills and strategic thinking. The combat in this game feels fluid, while it's easy to perhaps get into the habit of simply button mashing against enemies. The combat has a lot of depth to it. I say it's easy to pick up, but requires effort to master. You can guard in this game, but players will find Eve's combat style heavily reliant on a mix between parrying, dodging, and the use of the environment to gain the upper hand. It feels very rewarding when you're able to parry or perfect dodge an enemy's attack, only to follow it up by countering, or even the special abilities you can pull off called betas. As I brought up earlier, I've seen comments describing this to Sekiro, and while I acknowledge the director was inspired by FromSoft's game, it plays a lot more like Lies of P to me when it comes to the parry mechanic in the game, due to the fact that you want to parry before an attack lands versus parrying right when an attack hits. I had a hard time personally figuring out the timing in which to parry, so it may have been just a skill issue for me. However, for those who may be in the same boat, after you defeat the demo boss, there's a boss challenge mode that allows you access to the majority of Eve's ability and access to all the different gear and equipment you can play around with. There's an exo spine you can equip called the reflex type. This makes it easier to perfect dodge and perfect parry, but I'm sure in the full game this is something you'll either have to craft or find in order to use. This made the fight significantly more forgiving for those who may be having a hard time. I will say the explosives found throughout need more boom to them, as the AoE isn't that large without baiting the enemy darn near by it to get results. Eve's bot companion has the ability to scan the environment to see areas you can get to, like hidden ledges, to hidden enemies awaiting an ambush. This game is visually stunning and crisp, which does a great job displaying what the PS5 hardware is capable of. While I have been enjoying the hell out of Rise of the Ronin, it's like day and night in comparison. During my time with the demo, I played it for about 3 hours in both performance and balance mode. No crashes were experienced during this, and everything was running buttery smooth. For those curious, performance mode runs at 1440p at 60 FPS, while balance mode runs at an upscaled 4K but maintains about roughly 50 to 60 FPS. From what I've seen, most of the community's response has been overwhelmingly positive, highlighting the game's rich visual storytelling and dynamic combat system. While I have seen an article from IGN France complaining and mentioning that Eve is bland,
Shut up, IGN. Nobody asked you. God.
but completely fine with Bayonetta and 2B being sexualized, stating that a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. When the game director is a married man, you can't condemn him for making Eve attractive when he worked with a model to bring Eve to life. After getting hands-on experience and time put into the demo, this game gives me a good glimpse into Stellar Blade's potential as a strong Game of the Year contender. The music in this game is great, even sitting there at the menu listening to it. Also during or outside of combat, the UI is clean and sleek, meanwhile the combat and gameplay feels really responsive and polished. The platforming is a bit to me, and I'm not particularly a fan of holding a button in order to interact, so I would like to see the ability to change it to click or hold as an option, similar to what's being offered in Helldivers 2, but also the ability to rebind controls, which is a must-have personally to me in games nowadays. I also suggest turning on Auto Loot 2 under gameplay. The skill tree is rewarding as you level up and spend those skill points on new abilities or things that help with added survivability to the arsenal of customization to aid you on Eve's journey. This demo has only fueled the anticipation for the full game personally for me. If you own a PS5, I say definitely check out the demo, and if you're on other platforms, either wait for it to drop on PC later or consider picking up a PS5 to play. As we're now less than a month away and moving closer to the release date, it's certainly shaping up to be a standout title, offering a unique blend of narrative depth, engaging combat, and rich world building. As we await its release, the glimpse we've seen so far suggests that it will be a journey worth embarking on. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming news and analysis. If you made it to the end of this video, be sure to leave stellar cheeks along with your comment. Let me me know in the comments what you're most excited for on Stellar Blade and any other games you're looking forward to. And until next time, thanks for watching.